Gang, we got some breaking news here. Trump is shattering all fundraising records after the deep state FBI raid on his home. We're going to take a look at the latest reports on his epic fundraising. We're going to see how the mainstream media is freaking out over it. And make sure to stick them at the very end of this video when I'll reveal what's really behind these epic fundraising numbers. You are not going to want to miss this. Greetings, patriots all across the globe. It's me, Dr. Steve, your patriot professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent and insane times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. And also, gang, make sure to click on the link below and show your support for President Trump with our brand new t-shirts in our merch store. Now, this is a limited edition of anti-FBI, anti-deep state shirts that show our solidarity with President Trump, as well as supporting this channel. So just click on that link below or go to store.turleytalks.com. That's store.turleytalks.com. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. The Epic Times is reporting that President Donald Trump is right now, as we speak, shattering fundraising records just hours after the FBI raided his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida. It's coming from his son, Eric Trump, who broke the news on Trump's social. Quote, breaking, DonaldJTrump.com is shattering all fundraising records, and I'm told has raised more money in the past 24 hours than ever before in recent history. The American people are pissed, and boy, is that true, based on everything we're seeing, that's for sure. Now, Eric Trump did not disclose precisely how much they were raking in, but if what the Save America PAC has done thus far is any indicator, it's going to have to be huge, right? You're going to love this. Newsweek reported back in March that Trump's Save America PAC had more cash on hand than the Republican National Committee and the Democrat National Committee combined. That was according to financial data from the Federal Elections Commission. So back in March, Save America had over $100 million cash on hand, while the RNC had only $45.5 million, the DNC had only $52.9 million. And by the way, this is why so many Rhino Republicans want to get rid of Trump. He's increasingly taking their gravy train away from them, right? He's raised more than twice the amount of money than the RNC is raising. Keep in mind, the RNC is the one that fills the coffers of the likes of Liz Cheney and Mitch McConnell and Mittens Romney and Lindsey Graham. But of course, Save America doesn't. Trump's PAC doesn't give them a dime. And so this is why so many in the Republican Party want to get rid of Trump. He's crashing their party literally at their expense. So if he's already raised over $100 million cash on hand, you can be sure he is making it rain right now with the fundraising after this deep state debacle raiding his house. Now, we talked a bit about this in yesterday's video, but what we're seeing here right now is vintage Trump. We got to remember, it was Trump himself who actually broke the story of the FBI raiding his home. It wasn't CNN, it wasn't MSNBC, it wasn't even Fox, it was Trump. It was Trump who set out a massive social media blitz announcing that Mar-a-Lago is being raided by FBI agents. And his extensive announcement that he published on Truth Social was an excellent summation of what was happening, not just a description of the actual raid, but what the raid represented. This attack on me is an attack on you. This is the deep state in total desperation, realizing that we are about to retake D.C. We're going to retake Congress, and then we're going to retake the White House. And that is what the swamp creatures in the deep state are freaking out over. So this attack on me is really an attack on you. And then you probably saw that Trump released a very well-polished, very sleek video, a political ad, literally just hours after the raid. And the message was absolutely clear. We are living in dark times, very, very dark times, but the best is yet to come. We are going to prevail, and we are going to win. This is why Newt Gingrich once said that Trump was a cross between Andrew Jackson and P.T. Barnum. There's no one who can command the spotlight like Trump. There's no one who could turn lemons, as it were, into lemonade like 45. And in the process of doing all this, he gave his supporters links to donate to his Save America PAC. And in the process is reportedly shattering fundraising records. And the lamestream media is flipping out over it. The far-left activists disguised as journalists, the woke warriors of the legacy media are beside themselves. That Trump and the Republicans would have the gall to fundraise over all of this. How dare they? How dare they exploit for their own financial gain the arm of justice finally reaching Trump and his insurrectionist minions? And I've got to say, as I read through some of these utterly idiotic headlines, I'm just so struck by how these buffoons in the legacy media are so utterly clueless on how the world works. I mean, it happened to us, actually, regarding our movie, right? The Return of the American Patriot, The Rise of Pennsylvania, which we're going to be streaming very soon. It was an incredibly inspirational story of ordinary citizens, never before involved in politics, rising up and effectively pushing back against the permanent political class. And you would think that anyone who supported democracy would be interested in a film like this. But little did we know that the very drama that we captured on film would actually play itself out in real time for the premiere. If you recall, we scheduled the premiere of the movie for the weekend of July 16th at a local IMAX theater in Lancaster. And we sold out of the 400 tickets available in literally hours. It was awesome. It was so cool. But then we learned just days before the premiere that a group of vile, sick, woke activists called Stand Up Lancaster cry-bullied the movie theater to cancel the premiere. And the quivering coward of a theater owner caved and canceled our contract just days before the scheduled viewing without a venue, right? And so we went to another venue, the Wyndham Hotel, and they gave us a contract to rent out a theater venue there. And the seating doubled our capacity for tickets. And again, in just hours, we sold now a total of 800 tickets for the movie premiere. But then the exact same thing happened, and I was told that the woke freaks were threatening mob violence against the hotel. So there we were, 800 tickets sold, nowhere to hold the premiere. And that is when an amazing church led by courageous pastors stood up and offered their 1,200-seat sanctuary to host the premiere. And the results speak for themselves. 1,200 patriots gathered together for an amazing movie premiere. We got a standing ovation at the end. The next governor of Pennsylvania was there. Doug Mastriano, he and his wife were there to celebrate with us. And in the end, only about 6 or 7 sad, pathetic, masked protesters showed up after all of that. You see, what the woke left doesn't realize is that we're in an age of what scholars call consumer politics. And simply put, consumer politics involves customers intentionally buying from companies that promote and support their political commitments on the one hand, and refusing to purchase from those companies that actively oppose their politics on the other. And so consumer politics works in two directions, what are called boycotts and boycotts. Boycotts are the refusal to purchase from companies that offend our political values. But boycotts are intentional purchases from companies that support our political values. And this is what the woke left simply doesn't understand. They certainly understand boycotts, right? They certainly understand cancel culture. But what they don't get, and what President Trump and what our movie premiere prove, is that in an era of consumer politics, the more the left boycotts, the more the right boycotts. That's the calculus they don't get. The more they try to shut us down, the more patriots band together to raise us up. It's a dialectic reciprocity that the woke left has up until this point assumed works in only one direction, the direction of canceling and boycotting. But as Trump's massive fundraising overhaul proves, boycotts can be far more powerful than boycotts. At the end of the day, Trump and patriot movements like ours only end up laughing all the way to the bank. And ironically, we have the failed fledgling efforts of the woke cancel culture left to thank. As always, make sure you smack that bell and subscribe button, and you will definitely want to check out my latest video I just uploaded on how the FBI raid has unleashed the MAGA beast and will shatter the Democrats. You're not going to want to miss it, so make sure to click on that link, and I will see you over there. God bless.